I'm a Minecraft builder, and in today's video, I'm going to ask Chat GPT what I should build in Minecraft. I will then give myself only 30 minutes to build it. Will Chat GPT have good ideas? Let's find out. Also, if you like this video, why not consider subscribing? It really helps out the channel. Let's get on to the video. Alright, so we're just gonna see. Let me just ask. Give me a Minecraft house idea to build. And let's just see what it tells me. Sure, choosing a location, main treehouse, a treehouse village, lighting. It's like telling me how. Most let me just see. Sure, build treehouse. So, alright, so it wants me to build a treehouse village in Minecraft with interconnected tree houses of different styles and sizes, connected by wooden bridges. Add natural elements, communal spaces, and creative lighting for a magical atmosphere. Populate the village with NPC villagers to bring it to life. Have fun building. Thank you. So, alright. Now, you can see here, I start off by building an oak tree. Yeah, I know. It's creatively wild here today. Let's go. But, yeah. So I start with the oak tree. Basically, I'm gonna plan on doing this is having multiple trees out, like multiple trees like connected by stuff, because that's kind of what it told me to do. You know, right here I'm just like placing a bunch of leaves. I know it's like a Sniper Wolf react video. I'm not actually adding anything, but it would feel weird if there wasn't anything. Except with Sniper Wolf, it would actually be better if there wasn't anything else. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know why the name tag got rendered, but I think in the future clips it might not be, but I also don't know. You can see here, I'm just making like a little roof area so that if it rains, the villager doesn't get wet. I know, crazy. I'm so caring. Anyway, so you can see there might be like some mobs running around for this first part, and that's because there was a giant. I had Fulbright on, so I didn't realize for a while, but there's a giant like white platform above the area I was building because I was trying to make some map art and then failed. So I don't realize for a while. I eventually go up and destroy it, but yeah. But yeah, the music in the background for most of this is gonna be some nice Minecraft music discs because they're pretty cool and fit the vibe. But yeah, this is the first house to almost done. So yeah, I'm gonna do after all of these 3 builds, I'm gonna be doing a little area. I'm gonna like do a little section after the whole like little time lapse area I'm doing here, where I just like go through and like show it more in detail and stuff. So yeah. Now I did realize that this clip is like 8 minutes long in total. Ooh. So it's like 8 minutes long in total. Because I had it on 2x speed for this in the replay editor, and that is gonna take a while. So for all these replays, they might be a little longer. I put it on like 3x speed, or like 2.5 for the next one, and then like the last one I did like 4x. Oh, the music changed. That's wild. But yeah, that's pretty funny. For this one, I just built up a spruce tree with a little branch, and I made the house on the inside. I'll show you, as I said, I'm gonna like go back in. I'll show you more about that afterwards. But yeah, that's pretty funny. Dang, this shot is wild. The camera was very interested in the spruce tree. Probably because that was the last thing worth building. So, yep. Man, this music goes hard. Funny little story, on the first Simile SMP a while ago, I don't know if anyone will remember that, there was a glitch with Eternos, where if you like have a disc, and you like double click the jukebox with the disc, and then you immediately go to bed, then like you'll like wake up with like one in your inventory and one like still on the jukebox, so you could just like duplicate discs. I did this completely accidentally one time. on the first SMP, and I was just like, whoa, that's wild. I think there was like a way to do it with all items, but I kind of forget because that was like 2 years ago. But yeah, neat little fact, and I did it with this disc weight. So yeah, right here I'm building the next tree, which is jungle tree. You can tell it's a jungle tree because it's made out of jungle wood and jungle leaves. Insightful commentary, I know. Yeah, you see I have like the little bridges connecting all of them. Now since this one is like slightly higher up, I think I did have to make like a ladder with some trapdoors going down, which you'll see. But yeah. And now you may be noticing that this is looking a little empty. Unless you aren't noticing, I actually forget if I put villagers in by this time or not. I did. Okay. Hey there, pal. But yeah, I actually named all of them after certain characters, which I'll touch on more later. So that's very interesting. You might be able to see in the clip, I don't know why the camera's like that. I think it was like trying to transition to the next angle, but like it's like slowly drifting away from the original angle. But yeah, you can see, you might be able to see him jumping up there. But that villager eventually escaped, and I didn't do anything about it. They like kind of like jumped over the barrel, I didn't realize. But yeah, here's like the ladder I was mentioning, and you can see down below all the mobs that I didn't realize about the giant dark platform. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. Man, this is looking directly down at the grass. I wonder if I'm gonna do anything in this grass area. Keep watching to find out. But yeah. You can just see all the zombies down there trying to get up to the Enderman. Whoa, I was trying to get up to the villagers up there. But I didn't really think about the fact that like mob spawn. You know, yeah, there you can see one of them escaped, and they go start hanging out with another one. Just go around, just go talking to stuff. All right, we've been looking at this grass for too long. Can you just build something for me? Oh, the spider. Oh darn. I think it punched this off. But yeah, right here you can see I'm building a little birch tree. I was kind of thinking, there's not really a way for the villagers to get down if they wanted to. And you can see I didn't realize all the mobs down here. At this point, I was like, whoa, what is going on? They all just run up to go get to the villagers. But yeah, at this point, yeah, and there you go, I see I broke the platform. But I was kind of thinking, like, if the villagers are just up in this tree, how are they going to be able to get down? So I built this little birch tree with a staircase going around it, so I can go outside. And I also added a little thing. Oh, wait till it shows up. I added a little parrot onto the thing because why not? You know, parrots are cute. I had a little bit of trouble getting it onto the actual leaf. You know, it just kind of didn't work out. I kept spawning them in, they kept going away before I could tame them and get them to sit down there. So, you can just see, I just like go up and try and get them on. Now they're in the way that one's on my shoulder. I try to like capture one of the blocks, can't do that. Finally get that, and then I just like kind of like push it in so it stays like that. And I don't do anything else to the parrots. I just kind of leave them there. They're just like chilling, roaming around the jungle village. I ignored the smoke particles at the bottom for a second there. That was just some wind. They had wind to Minecraft, I think. Yeah. And now you can see all the mobs that were there before just went underneath the bridge or the trees so that they don't actually burn. There's like a creeper down there, which actually scared me when I was building, I think. I'm like, oh, whoa, that's a creeper. Insightful commentary, once again. Yours truly. But, yeah. This is, pretty funky. I think what I do next is really interesting. I fly around a bunch. It's really crazy, you know. But yeah, I built a little farm over here because I'm thinking here like, oh snap, they don't have food to eat unless they want to eat all the many parrots that are roaming around very much. So still there, living. So I make this little mini farm here. Which I spent far too long. I think I spent like a minute just trying to get like a nice orientation with the waterlogged staircases, but I eventually do. So that's pretty funny. Yeah, it's just wheat because I don't know. I just put wheat seed. You can see I'm communicating with the villagers over there because that's what I very much intended to do when I started out building this, making friends. You know, from a long way. The creeper's still lurking down there. All the other mobs are gone. This camera really likes that jungle tree there. We're just gonna be deeply inspecting that for a few minutes. Not a few minutes. If you can't tell, I'm completely winging this script. I have nothing written down because I'm like, dang, that would kind of take a while. Happy music now. Yippee. The last time I used this music in a video was a presentation video, which took me like 5 months to edit. Anyway, you can see I'm adding a wall because, you know, they keep mobs out. Shout out Luke the Notable. He's a pretty small content creator. I don't know if anyone's heard of him, but yeah. Much smaller than me actually. His videos are like kind of bad, but you know, it's alright. I'm not kidding, of course. But yeah, I added like a wall and some iron golems, trick the villagers, and a little lake. But the camera angle is kind of doesn't really want you to see that, which is fine. But yeah, this is the village. What I wish I did was, if I had more time, I definitely would have gotten rid of like the little farm I had up there and like made like a bigger one below, which would have made more sense, but I only thought about like the lower idea later. Alright, so this is the village area. You can see we got, so yeah, I'll tell you what I named them. So we got Serenburb, the parrot, Marth, this guy, Smiley's name is this guy, and down here is Gargagoof. Now these are all named after characters from a game I released called Onion. If you want to learn more about it, in the description I'll leave a link to the Discord server, which is very this is very wholesome. But yeah, I'll leave a link to the Discord server for it in the description if you want to learn more. It's basically just a turn-based card game where you can capture, collect, create, and battle silly little creatures. It's very fun. But yeah, it looks like I forgot to put a slab there, which is kind of funny. But yeah, actually, it looks like Martha finally was able to get out of this area. When I was building this, he was just like doing this the entire time. But he eventually got out. There's actually quite a activity that was happening, which I'll show on the screen now, which I captured while I was doing that. But yeah, we got this. It's pretty neat. We got the wall going around. So yeah, I guess let's go on to the next build. Alright, so I completely didn't realize that during this next section my mic was muted while I was recording it, so I'm just gonna do a bit of a rendition. Here we go. What I was probably thinking. Or saying, I suppose. You can't hear my thoughts. Can I have another house to build in Minecraft? Yep. Let's go. Of course, have a mountain cliff retreat. I did not expect that. I can't believe they would want me to build a mountain cliff retreat. It's not like I'm thinking about, it's not like I'm recording this after I did the entire video in post editing. TLDR please. Alright, it wants me to build a mountain cliff retreat in Minecraft by carving into the cliff face of a tall mountain. Utilize glass windows, panoramic views, suspension bridges, outdoor areas, hidden details, and safety measures. Create cozy interiors with comfortable furnishings. Have fun customizing the design to make it your own happy building. This building is going to be happy. Yeah, I know it is because they said happy building. It's really remarkable. Leave a comment below how you think my rendition is. I cannot spell the word nice. You're such a loser past me. Alright, so to start off, I found this little cliff, or this little mountain, and I just mined it out. You see, for this one, so I use Lunar Replay mod to get these like replays, make these like little time lapses and stuff. And the camera path for this one, they were not going too well, but it took a while to render, and I really do not want to have to go through doing that all again. So here you can see I added some glass. and I had these little iron doors. And see, honestly, I spent way too long setting up the redstone for this. Like, I knew how to do it, and I just like tried to figure out a way to do it like simpler, even though it's literally just like some dust and repeaters. But nevertheless, I eventually got it. Basically, what I just did, I just put some redstone dust on the blocks next to the doors, you can see, and then I put repeaters down, going into the blocks with the redstone on them, so that it powers the blocks around it, and then opens the doors at the same time, you know. But you can't really see half of it, because, again, the camera path is just going into the wall, which is pretty funny, but also, like, kind of annoying. But yeah, you can see, I eventually do get it working, as you'll be able to see shortly. Yeah, it should start working right about now. I'm gonna break that. It's gotta loop the redstone around, so there we go. I got everything working. Yay me. Congratulations. You have won nothing! So anyway, we keep going. I just like put some stone around to like cover up the redstone. And then we get to this area. So what I do, this is where a little door going into where the nether portal will be. And that's just really simple. I just put I mean, I'm kind of like going to the floor. You can see, as I said before, you can see this a lot. The camera path is not being great for a few seconds. But all I did was I just put a lever and a target block with some redstone, so it pushes the piston very good. It's just a 1x1 piston door dropping down into this little nether area where there's some fire, into the stone, behind some glass with another portal. And you may be wondering, how do you get out? You probably weren't wondering that, honestly. You're probably wondering why the camera's going into the wall, even though I explained it a bunch. But I made this little area to the, I made a little area where there's just a bubble elevator going up, and then a door to get back into the main room. Anyway, I'm gonna drink some water. Hydrate yourself, guys. I also put a red nether brick staircase at a weird angle on an item frame behind it, because I thought it looked cool, because it's like a little arrow going down, kinda. Until I realized it looked like something not intended, so don't look at it for too long. Anyway, right here, you can see the outdoor area I'm making up on the top of everything. I'm using different variations of stone for this build because it's a cliff and it, you know, fits the overall vibe. Right now I'm putting some smooth stone around the edge of the window. I know, amazing commentary. Yeah, there's just a little grassy area, you know, looks nice. The color of grass in the snowy biomes is just like a more like dark color that can look very nice in certain builds that people don't really pay a lot of attention to. But then again, it's literally a shade of grass, so I don't blame them in the slightest. In fact, I did not realize this until right now, recording this while watching the video back for this. But yeah, as I mentioned, another instance of the camera just like going into this stone pressure plate on the table. Like, listen, out of all the things I made today, I say recording this like a week after I built all these. Out of all the things, that table was not the best table I've built. Alright, it doesn't look great. Now we're looking at the floor, the ground. Oh look, there's me. Never mind. More stone. We're going into the thing. I promise for the third one, the camera positioning isn't as bad as it was here. I don't know why, but it just was not doing well, and I got no clue why. I just like, I don't know what was up, but it just like kept switching to the different angles really quickly, which was kind of annoying, but it's alright. So yeah, for the furnishing, crafting table, chest, a bed, a little table. I don't know if I said furnace. Table, furnace, chest, bed. A little table where I put a little baked potato on a plate, because why not? Yeah, add a little carpet in, and the inside area is pretty much done until later when I go back and add some like cobblestone to detail it more, which I think I do right now. Yeah, but you can't really see it that well because we're looking at the dirt again. Lovely. hydrate yourselves, guys. I don't know if I said it 5 minutes ago, but I'm saying it again. Hydrate yourself. Drink some water right now. I have a vat of ink next to you. Don't drink that. Alright, so now we're going down into the ground. Why? Oh, I remember why. Okay. So basically, there was a suspension bridge that it wanted me to build. So I built it over the front of the, like, big window there, looking into the house. But something I didn't realize is that I forgot to put, like, a camera path for me building it. And it's just slowly going into the next camera path, because at the end of the bridge there's a hole dropping down to this big cave, so it's just slowly going down into there, which is very funny, but also kind of sad because you don't get to see the bridge. It wasn't that great. It was just like some slabs of different types of stone, because we're in a cliff, a mountain. But yeah, there's some iron up there, some coal. It's actually a really glorious cliff. I'll when I go back in and just give a more detailed look at everything I did, like I did with the village one, which I didn't really do for that one. I just kind of plugged Oni on, which again, you should, if you haven't already gone and joined the Discord server, go ahead. Honestly, it's really fun. It's like turn-based battles with funky characters. But yeah, when I like go back in, I'll like show the cave, because it was actually like kind of sick. Like, I showed it to my friend. They said it looked like it had been man-made and blown up with a bunch of TNT, but yeah. So now we're going up, and you'll probably be able to see the bridge, because it's a bridge. Yeah, you can see there's the hole. We just dropped down at the bottom, put some water and some torches. But yeah, there's the bridge. Added a nice little railing around it, made a cobble. And yeah. This build is almost done, just like finishing up some touches, adding more blocks and stuff around, make it a bit more safer and everything. And over here, I was kind of thinking, alright, so say someone's living in here, they're gonna need a way to get some food. And so I decided, I had like a minute, 2 minutes left when building this, so I just dug a little area next to it out and put in some cows, because just a small little cow farm, honestly, it didn't take too long to build, because as I said, I didn't have much time left, so I was just kind of trying to add something else to it, and food is definitely a priority when you're playing survival Minecraft. Not that I plan on building this in survival. I mean, it's a pretty nice base. Probably out of the three, this is probably my favorite one. But yeah, that's pretty much the thing. That's pretty much the second base, and let's go take a... Alright, so this is, I think the audio cut off there. But that's all good. Here we got the thing. Here's the funny redstone door. If we just take a look at it, very, very simple. In case you're curious, it's just some redstone going down, and basically that's just like saying signal of this, which has that, which is powering the blocks around it, which has these, which has these, and then they open. It's wild, I know. But yeah, that's pretty funky. Oh. Alright, so yeah, let me show you the cave that I was talking about. Look at this. This is the area where you drop down. You weren't really able to see it, but yeah. Oh. Yeah, look at this giant cave. Like, this is pretty beautiful. Like, you know. Let me just turn my waypoints off. I just like kind of spoiled something. I'll have to cover that with something. I'm gonna cover this with the random block I picked. Smooth stone. Okay, I'm gonna cover it with a smooth stone PNG. Here's the cows. They're pretty funny. Here's the bridge. Made out of polished andesite, stone bricks, stone. It's kind of chilling. There's some chains down here holding it up. Then here, this is some groovy, let's go. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty nice inside. You can see the cobblestone texturing. This area, I don't know what happens with this, but I swear every time the target block just disappears for some reason, and I always have to fix it. and I don't know why it does that. But like after a certain amount of time, the target block just like disappears, and then this doesn't work anymore. But yeah, that's very strange. Yeah, we have this area. Go into here so you can just get back out. So yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for this one. Let's head on to the next one. Alright, so now let me ask the last one and see. What should let's see. Underwater coral villa. Can clear a deep underwater area. I don't have that really. As much as I'd want to do that, I don't really have that on like I'm gonna have to search to find that ocean. So we're just gonna different theme, please. You know, medieval castle. We can do that. All right. Let's get a TLDR of that. So now I'm going to build a medieval castle in Minecraft with sturdy walls, towers, and a grand gatehouse. Includes central keep or main tower, living quarters, a chapel, and defensive features. Add gardens, secret passages, and customize the design to your liking. Have fun building and enjoy a castle in Minecraft. That is going to be very hard to do in 30 minutes, but let's do it. Alright, so starting off with this castle. Now this one, I knew going into this that it would take a while, or no, well, we only have 30 minutes. But I knew that, like, to get everything done, it would be very hard, and I think I left out the chapel is what it said. Probably mainly because I'm pretty sure I just forgot about it. But it's just a lot for 30 minutes that it wanted me to do. So what I did was I started out with a wall, because walls are pretty cool. Now this one was very much inspired by a video that a YouTuber put out by the name of Prior Gaming. They make some like really insane builds, and they recently made a video on like small castle designs. So that was a big inspiration for this, because it's a small castle area. But yeah, this was, as I said, very difficult to fit into 30 minutes. So I honestly was just trying my best to make it 30 minutes. This video is almost 30 minutes long. That's like kind of crazy. I'm very glad you were still watching this. But yeah. Hope you're enjoying this nice Minecraft music in the background. I didn't really know what to put for a lot of the music in the background of this. I didn't really know what to do for a lot of them, or a lot of like videos. It's like it can be a little tricky to find music, and I just figured like the Minecraft C418 discs, like no offense to like Letter Rain, but C418 discs are just like insane. Like they're unbelievably good. And like the Letter Rain ones, they're pretty good. Like Pig Step Goes Hard, Other Side is a bop. You know, the C418, this man cannot be beat. Yeah, here we go. I'm building the main castle here. I was kind of like, I'm not really too glad with the design I made for this one. And the inside, all I did was put down some beds. The walls, and just like I made the walls out of like actual wall blocks, which, I mean, they look fine. But, you know, I wish I could have done more of this main area, but it's alright, I suppose. I'll give the main castle like a 5 out of 10, which for me is just mid. It's alright. Like, you know, it could have been a lot better if I had more time, but I was mainly just trying to be able to fit a lot of the stuff that Chat GPT wanted me to in the short time span. And now after this, I will be seeing if I can get someone online and see what they thought about all the builds, and if Chat GPT did a good job giving the ideas, and if I was able to execute it well in 30 minutes. But yeah, as you can see here, this first tower is almost done. Another hydration check, pals. But yeah, this little design here with like the fences and like the stairs going around it was a big inspiration for a design that Prior Gaming had. And now the camera for this one is actually drifting away a little. But I just put some stone bricks and some slabs on top of it. But you know, over here I'm gonna be making a garden, a very small one. It's just gonna be mainly some moss, and some flowers. But as I said, with all these, it would be like a somewhat viable place to have your base in Minecraft. So I did plant some wheat over there with some water and stuff. So a tiny little farm, 9x9, which you can't see that well because the camera path is not great. When I promised you would be fine for this one, I didn't actually like look over the footage. I mean, I like looked it over before, but I didn't like look it over recently. Like I looked it over after I recorded it like 3 days ago. So I'm not sure about that. But here, as a security feature, I'm adding some little guardian towers. And now I think I realized when testing it that they don't actually hit you unless you're like standing on top of the tower at the very edge of it. So they're not that useful, but I mean they kind of look dope. So we're gonna roll with it. All right. Don't tell anyone I said that word, but they work perfectly fine in all circumstances. Asterisk. Insert fine print here that you cannot read because this is audio. Thrilling stuff. But yeah, over here I'm just building another little tower. There's a little mini one to like get out that like side entrance there. You know, it wanted me to have a big gate with security features, and the gate is kind of just wide open. So like I don't really know what the plan of this little society living here is, but you know, that's that. But yeah, this base is actually almost done. Not a whole lot left to be added, except a chapel maybe, but yeah, so at the top up here, once it starts to, I start to make a little nice lime green flag, which is great. It said to make a secret passageway, and I really was running out of time and didn't know where to add it. But you'll see later what I do about that. But yeah, up here, yeah, here's I start to go, you can see I'm standing there, because I'm getting iron bars and some lime wool to make a nice little flag. And yeah, over there to get up, I literally just put a trap door in a boat, because I did not really, I was running out of time at this point. I think I had like a minute left. It's at 4 times speed, the video, I'm pretty sure, this one. So I was just, like, I just put a boat in a trap door, because I could not think of any way to be able to like get up quickly and discreetly. I probably could have if I thought more about it, but I was just, as I said, running out of time. Right here, I had like a minute left, and I was just trying to think, is there anything else that I can add? Is there any like touch-ups I can do? Is there like a little extra thing I can build besides the chapel? Man, I just did not have time for that chapel. That was like the one thing I forgot about. But here, you can see it's panning over towards this little ocean here, because what I do is I make a little dock with some boats. This, I literally had 1 minute left, like probably less than 40 seconds. So I was just rushing to get this out really quickly, and, you know, I was able to do it. It looks pretty alright, I think. And with literally 8 seconds left, I made this path. I had 0 time. I mean, I had 8 seconds, so, like, I had 8 time, but, you know. So yeah, this is castle. It's pretty nice. So yeah, this is the castle. Here's the gate. It wasn't really shown off in the time lapse. There it is. We got the guardians here, and as I mentioned, if I go into survival mode, they don't actually hit you until you go up the secret exit or a secret area up here. And you like go very close to the edge than they do, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna die now. Yup. But yeah, it's that's very convenient. But yeah, here's a secret passageway. It's literally just a trapdoor in a boat. Not that exciting. And up here, there's some barrels and furnaces for like some actual storage. Nice flag. Made it wavy by having it poke out of it. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So is that. You should do that. But yeah, it's just a pretty neat. Oh, I'm getting hit by the guardians. But yeah, this is the castle. I give it an overall 5 out of 10 myself. But yeah, let's see what someone else thinks of these builds. Alright, so this is the first build. It's a little treehouse village. What do you think of this overall as a build and as a theme? What do you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 as the theme of a treehouse village and as I did to build it in 30 minutes?
I think it's a solid 8.5 theme. It's like treehouse village. It's pretty hard, but like good. And like for the actual build itself, I'll give it also an 8.5 because it's difficult, but it turned out well.
Alright, thank you. Alright, we're gonna go into the second one. This is a little cliff house. Again, what do you rate the overall stuff to do with this one?
I like the design for the lever, how it's like a little heart. I love the what's it called? How do I put this? I love the enslavement of. No, I'm joking. I love the cow. I like the cow design and all that. Like how you just put cows in there. That cave looks like it's built from destroyed from TNT. I think the theme was a good. I'd say 6.5. Like if you were on Bedrock, a cave / mountainside house, at least sticking out of the mountain, was like one of the best things you could build, because like it's Bedrock. So I give this theme like a 6.5/7, and I give the build itself, I'll give it a 9, because like it turned out really well. I like the railing, and like I see how you did the chains as support beams and all that.
Thank you so much. Alright, cool. And then the last one over here is just a castle.
I like the guardians as like the guards and all that. The dock looks pretty cool. So yeah, so that's cool. I like the little mini castle design. And yeah, so it looks good. Castles are always a good theme to like build and stuff, because like it's a hard challenge, but it's worth building it. And I see that little subscribe button. Click it. And so I give the theme a solid 10, and I give the build a 10.5.
Thank you so much. Alright, cool. Safe to say this was a success. Thank you, Beckham. Alright, have a good one.
Yeah, bet.